Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Virgo, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for March 2nd to the 8th. Third month 2020 already, guys. It is going fast. So this week we've got the Sisterhood of the Rose Oracle card for you. We have the Seven of Wands, Temperance, the Ace of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So double aces, guys. We have strong new beginning energy here that is both emotionally fulfilling and the ability to be abundant and stable. So absolutely love that. Yeah, look, like any new beginning, it often comes in on the back of an ending. We've got a Ten of Swords ending here, guys. That can be a painful ending, but my goodness, is it leading you somewhere great. So I'm going to leave the Oracle card till the end today. So let's get started in the recent past with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, okay. Here we see a situation that has probably challenged you greatly. You know, Seven of Wands can be that card of competition and challenge. You know, some of you might have been, very tested in a situation. Now, this is a general reading, guys, so of course it's going to be different for all of you. Of course, the big areas of life that can relate to is our relationships, our work, our friendships, those kind of things, even our achievements. The Seven of Wands shows somebody who is, rising above, is being resilient, having persistence, maybe really trying to make something work, really fighting for it. But I feel that the energy really was there for whatever it is to complete. Some of you might still be in this energy now, some of you might have already been through the completion. The Seven of Wands for me can also be our inner demons, maybe, really trying to overcome something. We can't see who's holding those wands there, but they just keep on going. And it's almost like you're in a bit of a state of fight or flight in this situation. That can be the Seven of Wands energy. And I just know that when we're in that state of fight or flight for a prolonged period of time, we can crash. We can crash and burn. And the Ten of Swords can actually link to deep fatigue and burnout, chronic fatigue, that kind of thing. It can be a betrayal. Can be, betrayal after some kind of, argumentative energy even. Can be that feeling of being backstabbed. So I feel like something was testing you for quite a long time. You really had to fight it, but ultimately it had to come to an end. And it has to come to an end, Virgo, because there is light that wants to eclipse that darkness. There is new beginnings on the horizon, and here they are in this reading. So sometimes, even if it's painful, we need to obviously complete a cycle so a new one can begin. Now, with the Ten of Swords as well, it can be a painful ending, and often that's because potentially we haven't followed our heart, followed the signs. We might have just, kept on fighting for it. And then it kind of gets to a point where it reaches a climax, or there's burnout, and it becomes a harder ending than it needed to be. So very sorry if some of you are going through that, but do keep in mind it's leading you to a much greater place. Now, as your current energies this week, we have Temperance and the Ace of Cups. I mean, it's beautiful to see Temperance in a reading directly after the Ten of Swords, because Temperance is the great rebalancer, the healer, the recalibrator. This angel is shifting this water of life between these two cups in order to do the spiritual alchemy, to get you back in balance again, to heal you, to get you energized, to get you in a place where you can receive this. That's what's coming in. Now, Temperance is about healing on an emotional, mental, spiritual level in order to become stable again. That's why she has the triangle on her gown. It's about becoming a stable force. And again, we have the next step here with that sun that was trying to eclipse that darkness just starting to rise. So we have like a process here from going from darkness to the sunrise with the promise of that really, bursting through in time to come. And the more you do that work of healing, getting back into a good place, making sure you've got the right ingredients to move forward, that's when you create the space for this Ace of Cups to come in. And it's almost like the more healing you do and the more internal work, this cup starts to overflow and all of your senses are being satisfied. But I do feel that for some of you, this is a new offer or a new beginning in love. Now, this can be self-love, of course, but I am feeling with the cards that follow here, especially that Four of Wands, that this is an offer of love. Can be an apology as well, but it's something that fulfills you on an emotional level, and maybe something you didn't see coming as well, because we see it comes in on the hand of the divine here, and I do think it's because the universe kind of got that memo that the space was there. As soon as you shut that door, it's like, okay, right, here it comes. And the thing about the Ace of Cups is that often it does come in after a transformation or after coming out of a period of darkness, because you can see these lotus flowers on the water. They started their journey in the darkness too, down in those murky, muddy, at the bottom of the pond in the murky mud, and they followed the light to the surface where they could bloom. So for me, that is a metaphor of your journey. You are now blooming, and now you can accept this Ace of Cups. So be, on the lookout for some kind of emotional offer this week. And I think it can go the distance, Virgo. Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. This is all about abundance and stability and security. So it's saying that this can really lead to a beautiful, happy family life. Maybe even, engagement or marriage. For some of you that are already partnered, this can be a deepening of your commitment, taking things to the next level. The Ace of Pentacles, again, is a kind of universal gift that often comes after you've, literally gone through a portal, climbed a bit of a mountain, come out of a dark time. It's a universal reward, again, on the hand of the divine. Now, this one can be about financial stability as well, or financial gifting. So it could be that, we could even say that this could be an offer of some kind of work that really fulfills us on an emotional level, and when we're aligned with our passion and purpose, the monetary gifts and, salary do follow. But I am really feeling romance for most of you, and yeah, it's just about something that can really become deeply abundant. Go the distance, be solid, be stable. That's what I'm sensing here. Now we have 4 indicators of the divine in this reading, so I feel like this could come out of nowhere and be a real shift for you guys. We see the 11-11 formation here and the Four of Wands, which really means, something is trying to get your attention this week. This is about synchronicity. There could be a serendipitous moment where, someone walks into your life that you can really build a life with here. So it's very beautiful energy. Right, guys, I'm going to read our oracle card here to finish off. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion. Priestess, mystic, teacher. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing the beauty and creating it wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all of life. You're being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You're being called to spend more time in nature, as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations, and you will go rewarded with insight and grace. So it's a time to come back to the natural cycles, to come back to yourself. It starts with healing and self-love after releasing whatever this is for you. And from that place, that's when we attract in and line up with those true universal gifts. So Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for everyone, but there's always, a piece in every reading for everyone. Feel free to leave me a comment, because I always love to know how it's playing out in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.